Hi, I'm Barbara with the Central Texas Housing Consortium, and in partnership with United Way of Central Texas, I'll be reading a book to you today called The Maiden Mermaid, The Tale of Sirena, and it is written by Sheri illustrated by Ilana Stokes, and was written in 2019. So I want to tell you a little bit about it before I start. Last year I had the chance to go to a luncheon where Sheri, the author, was there and talked to us about her book and how she came up with it. And she is an author who writes rhyming books, so that's her specialty, so it's written in rhyme. And the neat thing is she signed this book for me for my granddaughter, and it says this book belongs to Ellie, and she wrote, "May all your mermaid dreams come true." So I thought that was pretty neat that she did that for me. So here's the title page, and she also signed it. Miss Wall signed it for me. And so we'll get started. In a land rich and full of trees, oak and mesquite, and rolling green grass along the banks of its creek, lived a Native American maiden so fair, with dancing dark eyes and long flowing hair. So this is Sirena. Sirena, they called her, impetuous and proud, her voice so melodic, happily singing aloud. Serena's heart fluttered near Brave, tall and lean, longing for his attention, yet she stayed sight unseen. Weeping, alone by the creek, Sirena whispered her plea, if my bold, fearless Brave would choose to notice me. Oh, brilliant moon above, bubbling springs below, please send me a sign and make Brave my beau. Then at that very moment, a lowly catfish appeared, magically speaking a promise through his long whiskered beard. I hear you, fair maiden, your despair and deep sighs. I will help you, Sirena, look deep into my eyes. A spell I will cast upon Brave, fierce and strong. A courtship, a wedding, he'll be yours all life long. I do have an exception when the full moon shines bright, my companion underwater for 1 year from tonight. So he's having a conversation and making a bargain with her. Not swimming as a human, a mermaid you will be, with a tail glowing turquoise, splashing water playfully. But if at our secret meetings, Brave sees your fish-like ways, you'll remain with me forever, a mermaid you will stay. So you can see her swimming in the water with her big blue turquoise tail. Sirena pondered a moment what Catfish had proposed. This could be the one solution to put an end to all her woes. Yes, absolutely, Sir Catfish, I'll do anything you command. The year will pass so quickly once Brave has vowed my hand. So she's shaking his fin right here to make the bargain. And just as Catfish promised, Brave fell in love so true. In front of their small village, Brave and Sirena said, I do. So all their friends are at their wedding. Every moment spent together, completely filled with bliss, Brave was none the wiser of what Sirena had amiss. Moon's glow turned gleaming circle, Sirena tiptoed to the creek, slowly diving underwater, transformed mermaid physique. So you can see as she goes into the water, her foot is starting to turn into a tail. With the contract almost over, Catfish lured her to a spot where a tiny fish hook dangled so Sirena would get caught. Stuck firmly in her tail, Sirena flopped onto the bank. This should only take a second. It just needs a careful yank. So she's trying to get that fish hook out of her tail. Sirena, do be cautious. I sense danger down the path. Catfish chuckled just a little at the cunning of his wrath. Just then Sirena looked up and saw among the trees the silhouette of Brave moving toward her steadily. They focused on each other, eyes wide in total fear. Catfish grazed Serena's shoulder. You know what this means, my dear. Brave was filled with confusion, rushing to his mermaid wife. Sirena, sobbing deeply, said goodbye to human life. Catfish felt so ecstatic at the fulfillment of his plot. His lonely days were over, though Sirena was distraught. Some say this is legend, but others think they know that in Salado, Texas, Serena's salty tears still flow. So she has to be a mermaid for life and won't have her husband anymore. And so the other neat thing is in the back here, it talks about some lessons you can learn about being patient and trusting carefully and making wise choices in your life, and that there's more to think about for this story. And another thing is new words, because there's a lot of words in this book that we don't necessarily use every day, like silhouette or despair. And so it explains what all those words mean, so you can have an idea of what every one of them means as they talk about it in the book. So, and then the back cover shows the actual statue of Sirena, which is in Salado, Texas. So the next time you have a chance to go to Salado, if you look in the creek, you'll see the statue of Sirena that was done by a local artist, Troy Kelly. Thank you.